SoapBox Radio. Potting it out there with my Lime Roots. The Lifestyle Edit.
Hey guys, it's Ryan. It's a Thursday afternoon. Welcome to SoapBox Radio. As today I push my boundaries to a place that I'm really not comfortable with. In fact, I'm taking myself to a place that I usually avoid completely and utterly every single time. I hope you joined us for last week's show where we chatted to Mzansi girl, where we were at Kivitzkroon and we chatted about all things travel and her love of Africa. She also shared some very interesting insights into her approach to blogging and some of those unique tips. I'm looking forward next week to chatting to Zanda Ndebele, who we had to postpone that show with because I had flu, and I'm looking forward to doing that again next week. Back to today's show as I chat to a lady whose love language is masterfully creating food on a plate. So let me set the scene for today's show. I first met today's guest earlier this year when I was invited to the launch of her first cookbook. I found her to be approachable, easy to talk to, and full of love for her craft. We spent that evening right here in her home, which is where we're coming to you today from, and we enjoyed many delights coming straight from her kitchen, with evocative names such as Fall Apart Lamb, My Mother's Sticky Chicken, and Dirty Ballerina Pavlova. I ate like a king that night. But let me introduce you to today's guest. Her love affair with food began as a young girl in her grandmother's kitchen, when she saw for the first time how the perfection of food brought the family together. She is a home cook with no formal training, other than her love for hosting Sunday afternoon lunches and supper and dinner parties. She has the ability to appeal to both a younger generation who seek only to prepare delicious meals that don't require much culinary expertise, as well as a more mature palate with many ideas to inspire even the most jaded palates. Home Cooked and Heartwarming is her first cookbook, which she launched in May this year. And I'm happy to be with Ashleigh Levin this afternoon. So straight back to her home kitchen this afternoon. Welcome, Ashleigh Levin.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have I summed you up correctly with that little brief introduction?
I hope so. Sometimes I think it's not me. Everyone says this author, Ashleigh, and I have to look behind me.
Yeah, 100%. Talk to me about that time, that experience with your grandmother in her kitchen. What were you cooking that day that really got your mind working when it came to food?
There were so many things that we cooked together, and I was quite a picky eater as a child, so it usually was, chicken nuggets or desserts. We used to cook desserts and biscuits and all sorts of things. Cakes, icing. I used to eat the icing rather than the cake.
Okay, don't we all?
She really was and is. She's out at the moment with my children, and she's 86 years old, and she still looks after them. So she really is a force of nature.
So a role model on many levels,
Indeed.
Okay. What were you cooking that morning with her? Do you recall?
I can't even remember. It's in my book. I have written it down somewhere. But
okay. Has cooking always been a rather central theme in your home life?
Goodness, since we were little children, my grandmother's sister was a caterer. Yeah. So it was central to our lives. We used to go there in the morning with my mum and help, cookie cutter out scones and all sorts of things. So yes, and my parents entertain a hell of a lot. So I've also learned the art of entertaining.
Okay, so is it something that you're passing on to your children?
I hope so. I think that they know that there's always people here on a Saturday and Sunday. When we had an off day the other day, and the kids were very upset with us. Where is everyone?
There's no one at our home.
Yeah. So no, they are. They love cooking and they love sitting in the kitchen with me. I'm not a very athletic person, so I'd rather bake than play cricket.
I'm with you, Okay. Why do you think food is such a social thing that brings society together? Why is there such a social element to food, Ashleigh?
Goodness, I think that there is, honestly, if some people say that they like cooking because they enjoy eating, but for me, I cook because I think it's a form of looking after people and love and showing people how much you love them. So cooking for me is about looking after my family and my friends and how they all come together in my kitchen in my home.
Yes.
I think that's why it's so important.
I use the term love language. I think that probably aptly describes you. I could feel it when we were here that evening for the launch of your book. I could just feel you'd walked into a home. You hadn't walked into some venue that had been hired.
That's very kind.
You were standing here behind the stove where we're standing now. Was this an oven? I don't even know
the difference.
Is this a stove? Okay. Note to self, stove.
So funny.
You could just feel the whole sense, and I think that's been conveyed into your book as well. Talk to me about the inspiration for writing a book.
I was on maternity leave. I had all these recipes flying around the kitchen, and they were usually scribbled on pieces of paper. And my husband at the time well, my husband,
Okay, the same man.
same one, said, while you're, at home at the moment, why don't you start writing them into like some sort of Word document?
Yeah.
So we did that, and it and it turned into an 86-page book,
Sure.
I suppose.
Okay.
So then we went on to photography and food styling and all that
Sure.
sort of jazz, and it became this book. And quite frankly, I don't know how it all happened, but it was
Yeah.
very fluid and
Yeah.
extremely rewarding.
Did you ever consider writing a cookbook at any point?
I don't think it crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I set out to do.
Yes.
It was something that happened, and so very happily so.
What sort of period of time did that take place? Was that a couple of months, a year?
Sophie's too.
Okay, so a 2-year process.
A 2-year process.
Yes.
It does. It takes ages, and
Yeah.
it takes. I mean, it takes one whole day to kind of take photos of 5 dishes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, just that took an age.
Yeah.
So no, it was a lovely thing to do.
Yeah, I think writing a book is not for the faint of heart. It really needs to be
isn't.
something you're passionate about before you jump into it. If you're doing it just to make money, I think you're on the wrong path.
It is definitely just for the love. It
Yeah.
is definitely not for the money.
Yeah, your writing style is very conversational and very, very easy to read.
Thank you.
That's obviously a lot about who and what you are. Was that important for you to convey that into your book?
It was the way I was trying to put myself into somebody else's shoes and hopefully not be, told how to cook and what you should do. It should be more fluid and should be easy. I wanted it to feel easy as much as it looked. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think you've done an excellent job.
Thank you.
And we're going to test some of your cooking out this
I hope so.
afternoon. Personal memories, I think they play a big role in your life and in the book that you've written. Talk to me about them.
Lots of my recipes actually come from certain people and remind me of certain people, and certain ingredients remind me of certain people. So it was important to me to kind of showcase those particular recipes and those people in my book.
Okay.
It was a nice way to also, tell them how much I appreciate them.
Yeah. What really stands out for you? What's your favorite recipe in the book?
Goodness, there's so
Can
many.
I put you to one?
The one I cook the most, I think, is the short rib.
Okay.
My husband's favorite.
Yeah.
So we do that often. Father's Day, we just did it.
Yes. The other day.
Yes, people really love that one.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, hang around. When I come back, I'm going to carry on talking to Chef Ashleigh Levin, and we're going to do 1 or 2 things on the stove.
Indeed.
We know it's the stove now.
and oven.
There we
Stove
go.
and oven.
Okay. We'll be back right now.
Share your thoughts and be part of the show now. Send a message on Twitter or Facebook at MyLineBoots. You're tuned in to SoapBox Radio. Podding it out there with MyLineBoots.
I'm chatting to Chef Ashleigh Levin this afternoon about her new cookbook. Ashleigh, you cook with a lot of butter and a lot of flavors. How does this reconcile with the whole banting and approach to healthy eating these days?
I think that if you're going to entertain people and you're going to have people over to your home, I don't know if it should be sugar-free or fat-free
Okay.
or carb-free.
So, it should be tasty is what you're saying.
It should be tasty. I'm a big believer in balance and doing things the way, if you want to eat dessert tonight, don't, have chocolate for breakfast.
Yeah, no.
So if you're going to have people over, I think make it delicious and it'll give you more confidence. People don't want to eat sugar-free dessert. I mean, when they leave your house, they're going to go, oh, God, that was awful.
Great. Yeah.
So rather make something delicious if you're having people over. It'll give you more confidence. It'll make them want to come back. And you know what? You can always make yourself sugar-free.
Later. In the privacy of your own home when no one is there.
In the privacy of your own sadness.
So the book is really for entertaining. It really is meant for someone who's wanting to entertain, put something on. For those who have no skill, like myself, and those who have immense skill, it's really not meant to be a day-to-day, this is what you 3 meals a day, and this is your carb count or whatever those people look at.
I think there are I have got substitutions in certain places, say if you want to make this in a certain way.
Yeah.
So it is, I think you can use it most days, but with trepidation sometimes. Don't eat 14 desserts a day.
Not today, but maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay, speaking of cooking, Ashleigh, you and I are going to do a little bit of that together now. You're going to show me, as I've mentioned to you, totally uneducated in these arts. I'm usually a consumer, not a preparer of such things.
We're going to make some sticky chicken. Which is a favorite in my house.
Okay, and the name in the book is My Mom's Sticky Chicken.
My Mom's Sticky Chicken.
Tell us a little bit about the history of this recipe.
It came from her very good friend Dot. Auntie Dot made sticky chicken when we were growing up, and it became a Wednesday night in our house.
Okay.
And we all loved it dearly, and I'm hoping that you will too. We have some, this is brown onion soup, 25 grams of brown onion soup out of the packet.
Straight from the packet, eh?
Straight from the packet. This is just plain smooth apricot jam. We've got some Mrs. Bull's chutney.
Good old Mrs. Bull's. That's another firm South African favourite.
That's, although you could make your own or, buy whatever you want. This is mayonnaise, just good old. So these are all at least store cupboard. I often just keep these in the cupboard in case these, people come around.
Okay.
And we've got some garlic and some salt and pepper, which I'll just grab here.
Are you mixing that all up in some special mixing technique, I take it?
It is absolutely not, and that is one thing I'm not good at. If you saw me chop, you'd cry.
Okay. Not because you're chopping onions, eh? That looks very interesting. Is that going to be the base of the sticky sauce?
It's the sauce, and I know it looks pretty gloopy and sad at the moment, but it becomes delicious, I promise.
What gives it the sticky consistency, that apricot jam?
It's the sugar.
Oh, the sugar. Oh, good old sugar, eh? And the sugar's in the apricot jam, obviously, eh? Okay.
And that is it.
And that's the sauce?
That's it. We're going to put some chicken in this bowl here, and we're going to pour that on.
Okay, do you want to grab the chicken? So the chicken is there. There we go. Chicken pieces. Guess what your family's getting for supper tonight?
And happily so.
Is it a firm favourite in your house too?
It is indeed. So we'll just pour that over, equally kind of, and that is it.
Is that how you make sticky chicken?
That is sticky chicken. I mean, I think that you could do that.
Possibly. I don't know. We don't want to try push the luck too much, yeah? Okay. This.
Let me take that one. And that's just going to go in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. You'll have to just check it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Wonderful. So we're going to pop that into the oven shortly.
Indeed.
And then we're going to carry on chatting. Should we stick it in the oven?
Yes, sure.
100%. Okay, so I look forward to seeing how that chicken comes out, Ashleigh. Your recipes are flexible, allowing me to make my own tweaks, as your book says, and to make sure that I get almost like a customized dish.
Exactly. I want it to be your own.
Yes.
At night, I read recipe books instead of books from book club.
Okay.
And I often think, this is a great idea, and then go and make it myself. You don't have to look at the recipe again. You can think, oh, there was ginger in that, and and go and make it.
So, are you constantly working on your recipes? Do you have a set recipe for every item, or is it a fluid thing in your mind?
It's a fluid thing, and I think about food 90% of the day, and I'll be driving somewhere to fetch the kids and go, what I'm going to make for dinner tonight.
Okay.
And I think that is what cooking is all about.
Okay.
It should make you feel happy. It shouldn't make you feel very nervous. And having people over shouldn't make you feel that way. And if you need to go to Woolworths and buy half the stuff ready-made, who cares?
Your inspiration, you've spoken about reading books. Where else do you find inspiration from for these recipes?
I watch a hang of a lot of TV in terms of food channel in the morning. And I also love a good podcast, which I've been listening to. There's loads of good ones on food at the moment, and listening to people. I love have you heard of The Splendid Table? Am I allowed to even talk about it?
No, 100%.
The Splendid Table is amazing, and they talk about farmers and where your food's coming from, and different flavors that come from farming techniques, and that's a really great thing. I love that sort of thing, and it does give you inspiration.
The whole market or farm to fork approach is quite interesting. I'm going to be doing something in Maputo soon, where we're looking at chefs sourcing stuff in the market and then taking it to the hotel and seeing what it lands up on your plate that evening on the table.
And I think you don't need to have a menu saying this is what we'll have for the next 6 months. It can be whatever was available today.
Okay. So now, something I really like about you, Ashleigh, is that you always recommend that a glass of wine should never be far away. Is that central to every cooking expedition?
I think it has to be a glass of wine or gin and tonic, but not necessarily. I mean, we've all been pregnant. Well, not you, but
no, not that I know of.
No, we do enjoy a glass of wine with our meals at night, and when people come over. Good, glass of wine or champagne.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, guys, when we come back, we're going to carry on chatting to Chef Ashleigh Levin, and we're going to see if that chicken is ready out the oven.
And be part of the show now. Send a message on Twitter or Facebook at MyLineBoots. You're tuned in to SoapBox Radio. Podding it out there with MyLineBoots.
I'm back chatting to Chef Ashleigh Levin, and we've just finished cooking a wonderful sticky chicken dish. We're going to make some salad now and then carry on chatting. So Ashleigh, instruct me in the art of salad making, and let's chat.
Well, this isn't actually a salad with leaves and things.
Well, my best type.
Exactly. This is actually inspired from a dish we ate in Barcelona. And it's basically just cut up tomatoes, which, I mean, is delicious. These are Israeli tomatoes, which are nice and plump and delicious. And then I take some olive oil and some butter and put it in a pan and just fry up chunks of old bread. So yesterday's ciabatta, put it in there, make it all nice and toasty and crispy, and then it just gets a nice delicious dressing. So the dressing is, I do make my own pesto because I'm a fan, but you can you can buy from Woolworths. I use this like 3 times a week, so we always have a bit of homemade pesto, and I've always got a bit of basil hanging around from the garden. So it's a teaspoon of pesto. Too. See, there's even, I didn't even, was this very well. So then we've got some mustard. I got it. I can do anything one-handed. I'm a mom.
Multitasking here.
Exactly.
Do you want me to hold that for you?
No, I'm actually okay.
Okay.
Got some mustard. And we got some honey. Just a little squeeze.
Okay. Is honey a good alternative to sugar?
Oh, I love honey. We use honey so often. And I use maple syrup a lot too.
Oh, really?
I think, I know when you've got children and things, we do try and keep their sugar to a minimum, so they have honey on their toast instead of jam and that sort of thing.
Okay, while we're doing that, Ashleigh, speak to me about some of the inspiration for the names of your dishes. We were busy making my mom's sticky chicken, and I had fall apart lamb the other night when I was here.
I think I tried to be a little bit naughty and a little bit, tongue in cheek and a little bit fun. I think nothing needs to be too serious. So
sure.
A dirty ballerina Pavlova is fun.
Oh, okay.
And there's a little bit of red wine vinegar in there, and then just basic little bit of olive oil. And that is a whole dressing. I think that you could do this too.
This is a salad I would possibly consider eating, especially because there's none of those green leaf things here.
Yeah, we're going to put a bit of basil on top, you might.
Okay, that basil I can deal with.
Okay, good. Okay. Look, I don't think I even enjoy it too much.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Exactly. So that's basically it. And then we're going to I love a good jar.
Okay, there we go. Spot the mom.
Yeah. So that's basically it. And then we're going to I love a good jar.
Okay, there we go. Spot the mom.
Yeah.
And shake it up. That's very clever. Are you supposed to shake it? Is that what the jar's for?
I love making dressing in a jar.
Sure, that's very clever.
Easy, quick, done, and then we don't have to sit there mixing. And then this is beautiful basil at the moment.
I thought the basil was the green one.
I know, but this is actually purple basil, so it's beautiful.
Sure, look at that. Wonderful.
Love that.
As you decorate our salad, not salad, talk to me about the photography in your book. It's quite phenomenal, the shots that have been taken there. I don't know who you got to do it, but...
A gentleman in Cape Town called Henk, and he is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. So it was really amazing. I mean, I flew to Cape Town for 2 weeks, and we had the best time. And the food stylist Lisa was incredible. Lisa Clark. She's also got a cookbook out of him. Beautiful.
Okay. Sure. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And that's basically a tomato sandwich.
Cheapers. There's a salad I can eat.
I'm glad you approve.
There we go.
Okay, so that is it. And then it'll be served with our sticky chicken.
Wonderful. Do you think our chicken's ready?
I think so, probably.
Okay.
Do you want me to go get it out?
Go grab it and have a look and see?
I will indeed.
I'll wait for you here. I will watch the salad.
Thank you very much.
Sure. That looks really, really sticky and really, really delicious.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that took us some total of about an hour to cook,
An hour.
Yeah.
And only 5 minutes of prep.
Oh,
that, I think, is a key in cooking.
Yes, yeah.
I think it doesn't matter how long it takes. I think my easiest recipes are 9-hour stews.
Yeah.
But you only worked for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that it scares people, but it shouldn't.
Yes, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, when we come back, we're going to taste some of this wonderful food that Ashleigh prepared. Hang around.
Share your thoughts and be part of the show now. Send a message on Twitter or Facebook at MyLineBoots. You're tuned in to SoapBox Radio. Podding it out there with MyLineBoots.
Great, so I'm back this afternoon with Chef Ashleigh Levin, and we've just made, or mainly Ashleigh, I've just sort of supervised, as Ashleigh needs a bit of supervision.
Kept me company, which is most important.
There we go. Some sticky chicken, her mom's sticky chicken, and a really wonderful salad that has no green leaves other than the basil, which I'm really happy about. Ashleigh, let's go have a taste.
Sure. Are you a drumstick man or a thigh man?
I'm more of a drumstick man, to be honest.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No, we all have a preference. There we go.
Great.
Give you two because it's
sure.
delicious.
Do I look hungry to you?
Maybe. I'm hungry.
Taking food away from your family for tonight.
Please.
Sure.
There's always food, and you've got to always take some of the delicious things that come with it.
Lovely.
Some delicious sauce. And then we can dish up here. Let me bring this forward. And there you have it. We need some extra croutons.
There we go.
There you have it.
Perfect. Okay,
have a go.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Cool. The consistency of the sauce is rather interesting.
It's quite sticky and delicious, and something happens in the oven, It looks a bit gloopy in the beginning when you put it on, but it turns into something delicious and glossy and and so sticky.
Yeah, very much so. And so rich. It's quite a rich sauce. I'm quite enjoying the sauce. And there's this pairing with the salad that's not a salad, it's one new term.
Exactly.
I'm
and
really
it's crunchy.
enjoying that.
I think crunch and it's a little bit acidic, and I think that works well with the sweetness of the chicken.
And nice textures between the chicken and the salad, the meal. I'm really enjoying that.
Good, I'm glad.
Good.
I'm glad you like it.
Ashleigh, you're a mom of 2 young children. How do you balance those roles between chef, author and mom? There must be lots that are keeping you busy every day.
Yeah, they are. They keep me very busy, but I'm very happy to have help. My husband's divine, and he's very helpful. And I suppose, cooking is very inclusive, which is so nice.
Yeah.
That the kids can sit here with me, and it's not like I'm out of the house cooking. They are with me when I'm doing it. So it's very nice.
So are you teaching them to be young master chefs? Is that part of the plan?
I don't think I'm a master chef. So they definitely sit with me, and we bake, and we are... we spend most of our time, as you can see, in the kitchen.
Yes.
They sit at the table, and we are all very happy in here with a nice fire going.
Yeah, the fireplace is wonderful.
Exactly.
So actually, tell me, the book Home Cooked and Heartwarming, is it for someone like me with limited food preparation skills?
I think it is to try and get somebody like you to do one dish and get some confidence, and then you can work through the rest. I honestly do think that if you can make a chicken, you will be successful.
Yes,
in terms of entertaining for the rest of your life.
Yes. Okay. And tell me, Ashleigh, where to from here for Ashleigh Levin food?
Goodness, I don't know. That's the exciting part, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought that I could never think of another recipe again. After finishing the book, but you never know. I've now got a whole bunch on my phone. So
okay, wonderful. As inspiration's been coming.
It is. Okay. So, and I think that there is an opportunity for me to start teaching, and hopefully that'll be something.
Okay. So actually, tell me, what are you working on at the moment? What recipe are you busy finalizing, or is it something you're not prepared to discuss with me?
I'm very happy to share any recipe. People come and they're like, "What? How did you make this?" And I email them the next day. It's all about trying to get people to cook. So, no, at the moment I'm trying this new Asian broth chicken that you. It's delicious. I'll send you the rest.
Wonderful. I look forward to receiving that. So tell me, Ashleigh, where can the good folks get hold of your book, and where can they get hold of you if they want to look for some inspiration directly from Ashleigh Levin?
Instagram. I post there hopefully regularly. I try my best.
Okay.
You can get me on Facebook. You can get me on shelves, I suppose.
Yes.
Woolworths and At Home and Exclusive Books and Loot and Take a Lot.
In good places like
all
that,
the good places like that.
Okay. Well, Ashleigh, thank you so much for your time this afternoon, and thank you for preparing such a wonderful meal.
Such a pleasure to have you.
I really enjoyed that.
Good.
And I really wish you well with everything for the book going forward. And guys, that brings us to the end of SoapBox Radio and to another show that sees me well and truly fed. I thank my guest Ashleigh Levin for her time, and I look forward to chatting to you guys again next week as we speak to Nzanda Indebele. That was SoapBox Radio, and I am out of here.
This is SoapBox Radio. Potting it out there with my lime roots. The Lifestyle Edit.